Hey, what's up, guys? It's QUA here once again. Best Dota 2 player this world's ever fucking seen. Best Dota 2 analytic analyzer this world's ever fucking seen. So we're going to be analyzing BananaSlamJamma playing offlane Bristleback. Now, offlane Bristleback is one of those kind of forgotten roles. And we're going to be watching BananaSlamJamma, a professional 7K MMR Dota player. We're going to be watching his perspective. We're going to learn a few tips and tricks from his gameplay. Now, he's an extremely high-level professional Dota 2 player, and that's why we are going to be watching his perspective, because he's going to be utilizing strategies that the average 4K shitter isn't really going to know about. And as you can see, he's actually taking a strategic death right here, you guys. That was actually a very well-calculated, very well-timed death, and that's really going to make a lot of space for the Spectre to be farming in the safe lane right now, and he knows that. And that's exactly why he baited the Dazzle and the Cement into fighting him right there. And he actually started out with a Mango build. Okay, so this is actually a very high-level strategy. It's going to give him a lot of regeneration that he actually needs to stay alive in this lane up here. And as you can see, he's utilizing the run around in circles strategy while the Dazzle harasses him, and he knows that he's able to get away with that because he has this abundance of health regeneration, and he's going to swoop in for a last hit right there. Let's actually keep an eye on the last hits. So as you can see, it's only been 2 minutes, you guys, and he already has a whopping 3 last hits, and that's fan-fucking-tastic for an offlane Bristleback, okay? And he's actually utilizing very high-level professional strategies for this Bristleback offlane. As you can see, he's really, farming these creeps. He's not missing many creep kills at all, and he's really getting the maximum amount of farm that a offlaner can really get in this lane. And every time he dies, it's important to note that it is actually a calculated strategic death such as this. So when you're a professional player, such as BananaSlamJamma, you really need to understand that whenever you take a death in a professional high-level game, as long as you're dying at a rate of 1 death per every 1 minute and 30 seconds, you're going to be creating a nice amount of space for your safe laner. So that's really the sweet spot, you guys. 1 death per 1 minute and 30 seconds, and that's really a good measurement of how well you're actually doing in the game, because an offlaner is actually, their main role is space creation. And at the same time, BananaSlamJamma is able to use these space creation tactics while being able to farm at a massive GPM at the same time. And that's really what sets apart these professional level players such as BananaSlamJamma from the average Dota player. So as you can see, he's really getting a lot of farm right now. He's really getting a lot out of this lane, and his abundance of HP regeneration is really allowing him to go toe-to-toe with this Dazzle player. And as you can see, he's making another great play here. So what he's actually doing right now is he's actually taking a strategic death. He actually sees that his team is kind of struggling a little bit. So what he's going to do is he's going to take a strategic death to kind of take some of that pressure off of him, or off of his Spectre onto him. And that's really going to boost his Spectre's gameplay. And he's well aware of this, okay? BananaSlamJamma is a very high-level professional player, and he's very well aware of exactly what is going on in the game. So what he's actually going to be doing, it looks like he's actually going to be TPing mid to distract the Alchemist, and Alchemist is actually fucking dog shit, so he's missing creep kills. So what BananaSlamJamma is actually doing is he actually came mid to farm, so he made a nice amount of space in the safe or in the off lane, alright? So he created that space up there, and now he's going to take that space, and he's going to apply it to the mid lane. And all the while, the Spectre is having complete, uncontested free farm down in his lane down here. And it's all thanks to BananaSlamJamma's brilliant high-level plays, because he's actually creating massive amounts of space for that Spectre. And these are the things that, you don't really realize when you're spectating someone like a professional player, like BananaSlamJamma. You don't really realize exactly what they're doing. And there's actually another high-level strategy that he's utilizing right now. If the enemy were to actually look at BananaSlamJamma's inventory, they would notice that he still has the same items that he started the game out with. And that's actually a very high-level mind game strategy that a professional player such as BananaSlamJamma might actually utilize in a pub game like this, because that's really going to throw his enemies into a massive state of confusion. As you can see, he's actually transitioning into a jungle ganking bristleback. Now, this is space creation at its absolute finest. And what he's actually going to be doing is he's going to be looking around for the alchemist, and it's really going to boost the shit out of his gameplay, where he's, in this jungle creating the space for his Spectre. And as you can see, he's doing a great job really utilizing his hero to his full potential. And what he's actually doing right now is he's actually baiting out the alchemist stun so that the alchemist isn't actually going to have it available for when he needs it. And this is a 100% calculated play coming out from BananaSlamJamma, okay? And he's going to be walking back into the lane. This is absolutely brilliant plays coming out from BananaSlamJamma here. And he's going to be popping his mango so that he can really get the farm that he needs. As you can see, he's really allowing the tower to get these creep kills by utilizing his cool spray. And what he's actually going to do now is, this is a very typical of a high-level professional player such as BananaSlamJamma. He's actually going to be walking all the way back to base to regenerate some of his resources. And what this is going to allow him to do is it's going to actually allow him to TP into a lane to create some more space. So what he's going to be doing, he's going to be picking up a magic stick. So as you can see, this is a very well farmed bristleback. This is actually a 200 GPM bristleback, so very acceptable for a high-level professional bristleback. It looks like he's actually going to be TPing back to the mid lane, and he's going to be just continuing to farm at a rapid pace. And so yeah, as you can see, he's actually utilizing his hero to his full potential. He's actually maximizing his farming potential by turning his back to the creeps. Okay, this is a brilliant play coming out from BananaSlamJamma. Okay, now he's running around in circles, and it's actually not clear exactly what he's doing. And actually, that's actually a marvelously brilliant play coming out from BananaSlamJamma, you guys. So let me actually just pause the game right now. So he's farming these creeps, okay? And he's actually tanking these creeps. And what he's going to do is he's going to walk into the river after tanking some damage, okay? Even though there's team fights going on, he's actually going to be walking into the river to eat his tango, because he knows, remember, BananaSlamJamma is actually a biomedical engineer, okay? So he knows that when he eats a tango from a tree that has been in the water, okay, he's actually going to be getting some bonus hydration from that tango, and in turn, he's actually going to be getting some bonus HP regen. Remember, this is one of those hidden mechanics in Dota that not everyone actually notices is in the game, okay? And that's why we really need to be analyzing these high-level players such as BananaSlamJamma, because it's really going to, put the game in a completely new perspective, so we could actually really learn exactly how to play a high-level offlane bristleback. He's actually going to be sending himself some Tranquil Boots. So this is a very farmed bristleback. This is an 8-minute and 30-second Tranquil Boots. That is a very well-timed Tranquil Boots coming out from BananaSlamJamma. As you can see, he masterfully baited out the stun from the alchemist. He actually did that on purpose, okay? This was actually a very strategic death. He baited out the stun from the alchemist so that the bounty hunter would be able to get there in time for him to die, so that later on when he comes for the comeback kills, he'll get a bonus amount of gold. This is actually a very strategic death coming out from a professional player, BananaSlamJamma. These are the types of things that we need to learn, you guys. These are the things that aren't commonly available, to really learn from. So that's why I'm really here analyzing this game. And let me actually just skip a little bit. That's why I'm here analyzing this game, so we could really understand these next level strategies so that we can put them into good use, okay? Now, it looks like he actually went back to the mid lane, and he's going to be able to continue up his rapid farm. And as you can see, his GPM is slowly but surely going up, and he's actually at almost 250 GPM. As you can see, he's doing some nice space creation right here. He's really making some nice space for a Spectre to farm. And this is actually a brilliant play coming out from BananaSlamJamma. And it's possible that, you see how he's keeping the entire enemy team at bay, all by himself, and the Winter Wyvern actually doesn't need to be here. Now, the Winter Wyvern is actually a shit stand, and he did actually fuck up the space creation from the Bristleback, because remember, Bristleback offlane is all about the space creation. He doesn't want his entire team coming here to get kills. He actually just wants to create that space so that his team can actually farm. So the Winter Wyvern actually didn't really benefit BananaSlamJamma right there. And as you can see, he's actually baiting out the Alchemist Stone. Once again, a brilliant play from BananaSlamJamma. And he's actually going in. And this is actually the famous running around in circles strategy that he's going to be utilizing. And it's really going to boost his gameplay. He's even going to pop a Clarity Potion. And as you can see, he's actually going to be going to create some space in the off lane. And this is really going to boost the shit out of his gameplay. Now, as you guys can see, he actually is a very farmed Bristleback. This is an 11-minute Tranquil boost. Remember, this is how you make space on Bristleback, you guys. This is how you create a state of confusion for the enemy team, is by farming at a rapid pace so that you can really come out and you could show yourself in all these lanes. He's showed himself in the mid lane, he showed himself in the off lane, and he's even made an appearance in the enemy jungle. And every time he does that, they're always going to be checking his inventory to see any progress that he's made. And every time they do that, they're actually going to see that he's actually farming very fast. And that's actually going to really put the enemy team in a state of confusion, in a state of, you know, just a state of dog shit, where they actually don't know what the fuck's going on because of these extremely advanced next level strategies coming out from BananaSlamJamma. And he's actually going to be farming all of these creeps. Okay, it's only 11 minutes in the game, and he's actually utilizing the walk back to base strategy. Once again, this is actually a very next level play coming out from BananaSlamJamma. He's actually just purchased a bracer, so that's a big fucking pickup. Okay, and we're gonna see exactly what he does, where he goes from this fountain. This is actually gonna really set the pace for the rest of this game, you guys. And as you can see, he's making a very tough decision right now. And these are very tough decisions in these professional high-level gameplays. He really needs to decide where he's going to go. And it looks like he's actually going to decide to go back into the mid lane, okay? And he's going to do more of his signature space creation while farming. Remember, if you can do a space creating offlaner while getting extreme amounts of farm, you're really doing it right. And that's why we're analyzing BananaSlamJamma's gameplay here, so that we could really get a good grasp on how to just perfectly execute these strategies. As you can see, he is walking around in circles, and this is a part of his space creation strategy. Now, it may appear to be that there's a team fight going on, but the way he's playing this is so brilliant, and the way that he didn't level his goo is just such a brilliant next level strategy that the enemy team really has absolutely no idea of what is going on right now, you guys. And this is really the type of stuff that we need to be keeping a close eye on, so that we can learn exactly how to play at the 7k MMR offlane Bristleback. And another important part of his strategy right now, you guys, is keeping that dust in his stash, okay? Now, it looks like he actually just took it, but I don't know if you guys noticed, he actually did have his dust in his stash. That was actually a next level strategy, so that at any moment he could have dropped it from his stash into the base, so that his teammates could pick it up, okay? So, as you can see, he's really thinking on an entirely next level of gameplay right now. He's really got his team's, his team's well-being in mind. So, even though his Viper is actually feeding, right now, his only objective is to show himself in this safe lane, so that he could really, drag the enemy team over here. He could be that space-creating Bristleback that his team really needs. And as you can see, he actually has a Robe of the Magi sitting in his stash. And what this is going to allow him to do is that at any point, he's always going to be able to go back to base, pick up that Robe of the Magi, and it's going to allow him to go back to a lane and be able to farm using its quill sprays, with the added benefits of having a little bit more bonus intellect, okay? And as you can see, even though there are some minor skirmishes happening on the map right now, BananaSlamJamma is doing a great job creating space in this jungle. He's actually going to be TPing in, okay? And this is why he bought that Robe of the Magi, so he's going to have an abundance of mana, so that when he does TP into these team fights, he's really going to be able to cast all the spells that he ever wants. And what he's actually doing right now is he's actually saving his goo so that he has an abundance of mana to cast his cool sprays. Now, unfortunately, his team actually wasn't there to back him up, and we're actually just going to skip just a little bit. And it looks like his team is feeding, even though he made all the space in the world for them to really be able to farm and get a leg up on the enemy team with, superior gold per minute. As you can see, BananaSlamJamma is actually one of the top farmers in his game right now. And that's how you can really know. That's how you can really tell he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing. And he is going to be chasing down this Abaddon. And that's going to be fan-fucking-tastic, the way he's making this space. And as you can see, he even attempted to kill the Dazzle. That's how you can tell he's really playing on a next dimension. Let me actually show you guys that. He actually knows that the Abaddon is going to be dead when the Shallow Grave falls. So he's actually making a prediction play that the Spectre is going to be able to realize that too. And he's going to be going for the Dazzle because he knows that if the Spectre would have jumped on the Dazzle right there, since the Spectre is so farmed from the space creation that this professional player BananaSlamJamma created for him, he would have been able to die. Unfortunately, the Spectre is a fucking shit-stained player with shit falling out of his asshole. And as you can see, BananaSlamJamma is doing a great job baiting the Alchemist onto him. And unfortunately, his team should actually be here to assist him. And it looks like he's actually going to barely escape with his life right there. And you can really see these next level strategies coming out from this farm bristleback player. It may look like he's 0-5 and that he's actually not doing much in this game, but he's actually contributing quite a lot to these team fights. As you can see, he's going back to the space creation, okay? He's not really missing any creep kills. He's farming all the creeps, alright? He knows that the Ancient Apparition is dead, and that the Ancient Apparition is just a useless support hero, so he went to the top lane to create that space, and then he's going to do his signature walk back to base to regenerate some of his HP, okay? And it looks like this is actually a Drums Bristleback. So this is a 17-minute Tranquil Boots Drums Bristleback. And in a professional level game, this is actually a very acceptable pace of farming a Drums Bristleback. And that's how you know BananaSlamJamma really knows exactly what he's doing in this game. And it looks like he's actually going to be attempting to lead the charge into this team fight. Now, the Viper did just get 1.4k gold from killing the Alchemist, and BananaSlamJamma actually had that planned accordingly from the very beginning. That's a space creation that he worked on, and that's actually a brilliant dust coming out from BananaSlamJamma. He knows that if he could just get this dust out on the bounty hunter, he's actually going to be getting fucking dumpstered. Unfortunately, BananaSlamJamma doesn't have the backup that he needs, and it's at the point where the space creation burst by, and you can see the very high level teleport gameplay coming out from the bristleback, okay? You can see this extremely long distance teleport, a very next level play coming out from the bristleback, okay? He's going to be going on the Abaddon, and we're going to see exactly, as you can see, he got a very well timed, whatever the fuck, okay? A very well timed viscous nasal goo on the creep, okay, because he knows that while chasing, alright, while he's chasing the Abaddon, he knows right here, okay, let me pause it, right here, so he gets the goo on the creep, and he just knows, this is how next level BananaSlamJamma is, you guys. He just knows that during this chase, okay, no one is actually going to be able to kill the Abaddon, so he goos the creep to reduce the creep's armor by 1, so that the Spectre is going to be able to farm this creep faster on his way back to farming this creep wave after failing to kill the Abaddon. And this is how you just absolutely know that BananaSlamJamma is truly a high-level professional player. And I don't know why it's actually not on Hero Chase right now. A high-level professional player that just knows what he's doing the entire time. He actually even baited out the Ancient Apparition ulti, and as you can see, the Spectre did actually farm those creeps. So this is just brilliant plays coming out from BananaSlamJamma, brilliant usage of his viscous nasal goo. He's even baiting out the Alchemist Son. He's actually making massive space right here for his Spectre to escape. He actually knew that if he didn't bait this Alchemist Son right here, the Alchemist would have actually stunned the Spectre, and that's why he's leading the charge into the Alchemist with 300 HP so that he could potentially create an opening for his Spectre to actually get away. And QUA needs to blow his fucking nose right now, you guys. Alright, you guys, so QUA just blew his fucking nose. Now, we didn't actually miss much in this game. So, as you can see, BananaSlamJamma is already in there leading the charge against the enemy team. Alright, and as you can see clearly, this 20-minute Drums Tranquil Boots build is actually really working out to be in his benefit, okay? And this is really why we need to be analyzing these games, you guys. He's utilizing the run in circles strategy right now. This is why we really need to be analyzing these games, so when we can see just how well this drums build is working, we're going to know that the next time we play an offlane bristleback, we're going to be going for the drums build. And as you can see, he is making massive space for his team right now, while the enemy is farming or killing the barracks. So as you guys can see, this is actually a very, let me actually pause it really quick. This is actually a very next level play. So as you can see right here, he's actually baiting the Savant away from the enemy team while they're attempting to take the barracks, okay? And this is actually an extremely brilliant play coming out from BananaSlamJamma on a brilliant bait on the stun, okay? And this way, the Savant actually isn't there to be taking the barracks with the enemy team. And this was planned brilliantly from this professional player, BananaSlamJamma. And this is how you know that this is truly a next level gameplay that we have the pleasure of analyzing right here. And the Spectre actually just got stunned. Now, as you can see, he is saving his mana for his Nasal Goo, okay? And he did Nasal Goo the Alchemist right there. And he's actually going to be running back to base to heal up, okay? And he knows that if he were to buy a health potion right there, that's not really going to do anything for him. So what he's going to do is he's going to sit in base, and he's just going to heal up, okay? And he's going to... We're actually just going to fucking skip right there. Now, already he's in the thick of things against. You can see just how fast-paced of a player BananaSlamJamma is. Unfortunately, his team wasn't actually here, so... So actually just rewind. So he goes in, his team is AFK, and this is the next level play of the drums build right here. He really has a tankiness. He needs to go in to really, you know, man fight the entire enemy team, and this is really boosting his gameplay. And unfortunately, his team just wasn't there to really back him up. And, you know, it may look like, you know, he is 0-7 and he's feeding, but the truth is, you guys, we just witnessed some absolutely brilliant... You see how pro BananaSlamJamma is, you guys? He just goes right back in, okay? Right back in the thick of things. He's a bristleback, the 22-minute drums bristleback. He knows that he's going to lead the charge with his superior tankiness, and he's going to constantly be putting his viscous goo on the enemy team. And that was a brilliant bait by BananaSlam. Alright, you guys, so I kind of fucked up the last couple minutes of that recording. Not a whole lot you can actually do about that. But, you know, moral of the fucking story, you guys, we really learned a lot of tips and tricks from this high-level professional off-lane, mid-jungle ganking, river tango eating bristleback. So let me know what you guys think about this, and let me know if you want to see more high-level professional gameplay, analytic analyzations from QUA, the best analytic analyzer this world's ever fucking seen. So once again, QUA, best Dota 2 player this world's ever fucking seen, signing out.